All right. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the J Talk Morning Show. Great to have you on with me this Friday, the 15th of March. I didn't think what month I'm in. The 15th of March, and it's great to be up and at it with you. And what a great day is ahead of us. What great weekend. A great weekend coming up for the Mr. J. Coach J has got some amazing things happening over the weekend starting today. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. In fact, my topic today is going to touch on our personal dreams and embracing our dreams. So with that, let's kick off the music, and let's get on out of here. There we go. All right. All right. The band's got to go now. Okay. The band can take a break. Go take a break. Awesome. All right. So first of all, welcome to the J Talk Morning Show. I'm your host, Coach J, and I come on every weekday morning right here on social media and the YouTube channel live. And then, of course, you can catch the recordings all on the J Talk Morning Show Facebook page, as well as the YouTube channel. More than anything, I'd love for you to go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just look for J Talk Morning Show, and you'll find that. And then start subscribing. It'd be fantastic to get some subscribers on there. It is fairly new still. I mean, as far as this program, I think I've been doing this for more than a month now, about a month, maybe a little bit more. I forget the first day, but anyway, go there and subscribe to that. But meantime, every single day, every single morning, we'd like to start our day off with a little Java with J. Java with J. So make sure you got your morning brew. If you're watching this around the world at another time, welcome. Make sure to drink lots of water. Okay, I'm going to say that in the morning. Let's get some Java kicking. But during the day, don't forget to drink water. Sometimes we get so locked in on drinking all these other things, even health drinks. But you got to remember, the most healthiest drink we can all be taking in is water, 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 water. How do you think I look so young at 85? Okay. But definitely take in the water. So it's great to have you on board. Today's topic, what I'm going to share with you today, is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and it's something that I have discussed with many people and shared with them, and as a coach, but as an encourager, and it's something I had to pursue myself, and that's embracing your dreams. Defying the age, defying the education, defying doubts, defying anything that society would tell you you're either to this, to that, or not enough of this, not enough of that. It doesn't matter what it is. Somebody somewhere is going to tell you something that's going to cause you to think maybe they're right and I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't pursue this thing that's really just driving me in my heart. Maybe it's ridiculous. Maybe I am too old. Maybe I am too old. Maybe I'm too young. Maybe I don't have a college education. Maybe I don't have a high school education. Maybe I dropped out. Maybe I don't have the knowledge or the skills. Maybe I don't believe in myself. Maybe they don't believe in me. Maybe I need them to believe in me before I can believe in myself. Which, that's a reversal right there. You should begin believing in yourself, because nobody can do you better than you. Nobody's going to possess the dreams that you have. In fact, nobody is going to be able to see the vision that you have with greater clarity than you will be able to do. Nobody will. You may not be able to communicate it in a way that others can grasp it, but in yourself, you know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. More than importantly, you know what it feels like. That dream that you've been pursuing, or maybe you haven't even started the pursuit. Maybe it's still just in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, that you've got this dream, something you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's a new dream. Maybe it's not something you've always wanted to do, but it came upon you one day and said, man, I think I could do that. I think I want to do that. I think I'd love to do that. Maybe it's something you could pursue. Now, Katrina thinks it's kind of funny, but one of my dreams has been a lifelong dream as a little boy, but I never pursued it. But if I ever became a multimillionaire, maybe even a billionaire, I would buy the ticket to explore space. I would buy the ticket to launch into space. Even if I just break the atmosphere, cruise around the world, okay, above the earth, and come back down, I'd be okay with that. That's always been a boyhood dream because I've always loved the stars. Since I was a kid, the stars, the galaxies, the moon, space, all that has always been so fascinating to me. Still is to this day, very much. But that would be a boyhood dream I would love to pursue. Of course, we know that, well, you don't have enough money to do that. Don't have the right education. You know what? And those are things because you can't live out all of your dreams within the short time span we have called life. But what is that burning, yearning, deep down dream that you have? What is it? And here's what I want you to think about, and then I'm gonna go into the topic. I've got some points here I wanna make. I've got some points I wanna make, already prepared for you. But, uh, what is the dream that you're possessing? What is it that you'd love to do? What is it that you've never, ever done before? But there's that seed of desire deep inside of your soul that's calling you to it. What is it that maybe you've shared with someone and they think it's a stupid dream, or they think you're not enough of, or you're too much of? Okay. In any category, you're not enough of or too much of. You don't possess this X, Y, and Z, right? So what is it? What is it? I don't know how many times I've spoken with well, with young people too, but especially people that are reaching their ages, a few decades, and they're getting ready to retire. And I said, "Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in your retirement? What's your next big adventure?" That's always my thing. What's your next big adventure? You know, we should also all be pursuing that next adventure. And maybe that's my opinion. I don't know, but maybe it's something I feel that we all are designed to do. We're not designed to retire as I'm about to do from one of my adventures, we'll call it that. Um, but we're not designed just to retire and do nothing. We're designed to continue to contribute to society. We're designed to continue to build upon the dreams that we possess or be a part of somebody else building their dreams. That's okay too. They can't pursue and build their dreams unless they've got certain elements involved that may require your unique skills, abilities, and talents. What can you do? What's your next big adventure? I can tell you now, my next big adventures is well, it's pretty multifaceted. There's a joke that I always like to tell people that whenever I pass away, they're going to have to tie my feet down to the casket because they're still going to be moving. They're still going to be moving because I've always got something else I want to get done. I've always got a dream I want to pursue. Um, uh, so for me, my next big adventure, I've already been living into. I've already started building it. When I retire from one position, okay, now I've retired from the military. And I'm about to hang up my dog spray. I like to say my dog spray and my satchel with the United States Postal Service. Matter of fact, I think I got 46 days left. But I've been building and developing and living into my next big adventure, and that is multifaceted. One is the entertainment. Most of you watch this, I do Elvis tribute artists. Also, am forming a band, and I'm being very meticulous in who I select with the band. But I'm forming a group of musicians and backup vocalists and lighting and sound technician. These kind of people that help to create a great show. The shows are going to be multi entertaining. It's going to be not just Elvis. We're going to be doing other things too. And but that's that part. That's one adventure. The other adventure is my entrepreneurship with JKG Consultants in coaching, doing workshops, assessments, helping people become better leaders of their personal life, helping them become better leaders in their organizations, and all that come with that. Being a speaker, finally getting to say yes to some opportunities I had to say no because I was in a different adventure and couldn't walk away from it. So speaking on stages to live audiences, and just and I love getting on in the mornings and sharing with you. But it's incredible that when you got a bunch of people in front of you, you can speak into their lives, and they're giving you that energy back, and it just it fills you. It fills you full of more energy, and it's just excitement. And that's one of the things I want to do. Now I'm 60, so one of the things we're going to talk about is, of course, the age thing. Oh, I'm too old. Hogwash. Hogwash. You see, unfortunately, we have allowed ourselves to believe the dictates of that society would put out for us. You're too old. You're too young. You're not smart enough. Or you're overqualified. How about that one? Overqualified. Opportunities lost because you're overqualified. Okay. You're not the right height. Now, granted, there are some positions in the world that height requirement is a requirement based upon the design of whatever it is you want to jump into. Okay. You're not going to take an NBA basketball star and turn him into a jockey on the horse track. It's not going to happen. There's a reason for that. And just like you're not going to take the jockey and turn him into an NBA superstar, there are some things, there are some limitations. So I don't want us to be unrealistic about this. In fact, while I am filled with dreams, I'm also a very realistic individual. I kind of have a blend of idealism and realism. And, but what is it that you've always wanted to do and pursue that others are holding you back or you're holding your back on? In doubt. So when we get into this, and folks, I am going to multi-part this. This is going to be a multiple part series. But it's something that I think is very important. And I think it's something we need to embrace the truth of our possibilities and potential. I don't think we've all lived into our complete possibilities and potential. I know we haven't achieved it because I believe if we're still on this God's green earth, God still has more for us to do. And therefore, we are still pursuing and moving forward. We're advancing, we're growing, we're developing, and so what is it that you could do that's going to enhance your life and enhance the lives of other people? Is it a skill set? Is it a talent? Is it an ability? Is it a dream? Is it experience? Is it education? Is it wisdom? We all have something that we can continue to contribute. So before I go into some of the things, embracing your dreams and some challenges I want to challenge you with, I'm going to get up to the comments real quick. So let's see. We got Catherine. Good morning, Catherine. It's good to see you, my friend. Let's see. I've got an image over that thing. I hate that little folder design, whatever the heck that's all about. Let's see. We had the same dream. Awesome. Hey, Catherine, in the notes or the comments down there, what is exactly are we sharing as far as a dream? Put that in the comments. That'd be great. Let's see. Retirement scares you. That deserves a little deeper dive into. I think a more question is, what about retirement scares you? What about retirement? What about retirement scares you? And we could talk into that. Actually, I'm open to changing this topic up too if it's going to serve you. But that'd be a good thing. So I'm gonna leave the comment open so I can see it when it pops up. All right, so let me do this real quick though. Put that back up there. Okay. All right. So, going to space. Okay. Catherine says going to space is a dream of hers as well. Yeah, it's I just like look up there. We've been to NASA, which was a boyhood dream of mine. Finally got to go to NASA a few years ago. Me and my lovely wife, and she has. I tell you what, she has just been a supporter, encourager uh, of me fulfilling my adventures, my dreams. My Elvis tribute artist. She is like the biggest fan. The biggest fan, not of Elvis. Just I'm a Jay Goff fan, and I just love that. That's so wonderful. But I got to go to NASA a few years ago. What an incredible experience! The one in Houston, the Johnson Space Center. What an experience! So, Catherine, if you've never been, I want to encourage you, go to NASA. Take some time, get out there. You've worked all your life. I don't know how to sit still. Who says you have to? Who says you have to? Oh, I know. Society tells you have to. Okay. And if you believe that, okay, then you're owning somebody else's opinion of how retirement should be, what your life should be. So retirement's what you make it. In fact, what I like to do is get rid of the word retirement. I call it refirement. Refirement. Okay. I'm fired up. I'm refiring those cylinders. I'm refiring that spark. I'm getting into other things that I love to do. Writing, that's one of the things I'm doing is working on books. I've got different book projects going right now. I'm taking some time off from them, but I got to jump back into them. And workshops, creating my own workshops and workbooks to go with them. Online, doing an evergreen program where I have courses and content that actually people can sign up for anytime and learn and grow from. Been developing that I don't have to be in the room to for them to sign up for and register. That they can go on there, they can gain some knowledge, experience, and wisdom, and just grow some steps of process of life and leadership. And so those are the things I'm working on and doing and developing. And so it's not it's refirement. Okay. So there's a new word for you. Okay. Okay. And you have been to NASA like 100 times in your hometown. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So put me on the category right now of wow. That's it. I'm admire you for that. But okay, if you're not a NASA geek, if you're not a space geek, folks, maybe you just don't get it, right? You don't have to get it. All that matters is that we get it. All that matters is that your dream, your pursuits, your interests, you get it. It doesn't matter what other people think. Okay. But awesome, awesome. So continuing on with our discussion here. Okay. So some of the things, so here's the thing. I'm going to challenge the notion that and inspire you to embrace your dreams fearlessly, regardless of any external judgments that may be going on. One, personal fulfillment. Personal fulfillment. This is all about you. God placed a dream, a vision in you that is unique to you. He didn't say, hey, I got a whole bunch of these. I think I'm just going to cast them and put them in everybody, right? I'm going to put in a bunch of people. While we all may share the same dream, the way we go about it, the way we envision it, the way we perceive it to what the outcome, the results could look like, the way that we approach it, the process is going to be different. It's going to be different. Now, you can be a solopreneur and pursue your dream all by your lonesome. Okay. Okay. But here's what I know. If you want to go far, go with others. If you want to go fast, go alone, right? But if you want to go far and fast, get a coach. Okay. What am I talking about? Collaborating with somebody that can help to get you there. So if you want to go far and fast, okay, which most of us want to do both, it's not one or the other. We want to go both. We want to go far and fast. You want to get a coach, somebody that can guide you and ask you the right questions that you're not asking yourself. Okay. Maybe there's some of the questions that other people have asked you, but because of their position and in your life, you have either given too much credit to it or to them or not enough. A coach is going to hold you accountable because you've got to own the results. It's you who own the results, not the coach. The coach doesn't own it. The coach is there to guide you along your journey by getting you to think differently than you're thinking, and hold you accountable. Hold you accountable. But that's what you want to do. So you've been pursuing your dreams, and to get that sense of fulfillment that you get, that personal fulfillment, it's going to be yours and yours alone. But you can share that with others that actually might want to come on board and say, "Hey, I want to help. I'm doing the Elvis tribute shows, right? Okay, I'm putting a band together. Why? Because I can't be the band and do Elvis at the same time. It can't happen. Okay. I don't want it to happen that way anyway, if I could, because I like people. I like to be around people. I like people to be around me. I like to interact and have those relationships and connect. And the difference between having a band versus background tracks, right, is people. The fun interaction in between, the playfulness between band members on stage. It's putting on a show. It's putting on an actual show. And what I've noticed, and I know I'm sidelining a little bit, but what I've noticed that Elvis does in his concerts, or did in his concerts, for me, since I'm so engrossed in Elvis daily, it's like does instead of did. But he's always playing with the band. He's always playing with his backup vocalist. He's always playing with Charlie Hodge, his right-hand man, his flunky, General Flunky, he calls him. He plays with the drummer, the guitar, everybody. He plays with the audience. It's more than just getting up there singing and doing those awesome moves and looking awesome in those jumpsuits. He actually interacts. And so I have a dream, but I can't do all those things by myself. I need other people to do that. It's the same with you. Whatever your dream, your goal is, whatever you're trying to achieve, you need other people with you, right, to be a part of that. So, but I get incredible personal fulfillment because I get to pursue a dream. Now, this is going to be a multi-part series because I have a lot of stories I want to share with you. So, these stories are not stories from other people. These are my stories. This is sort of an insight into Jay, if you will, in my world and what my thoughts are. And I have considered actually probably one day doing a talk where I open up the lines and advertise it so people have a chance to know, hey, this kind of talk is coming up. This particular topic is coming up, where the people are going to be able to ask me questions about my journey of my whether it's involving my Elvis tribute artist shows. My dreams of that, whether it's the entrepreneurial side of it, whether it's my childhood, these things that I know in my childhood can help you possibly in your life today to overcome some challenges, my military career, whatever the case may be. But we're going to open that up sometime. So let's have another cup of coffee. Okay, so, but the one thing I know is that when I got into doing Elvis again, there was a big pause. There's a big gap there. And I always wanted to get back into it, but here's what happened. I was in a relationship. I was in a marriage that unfortunately, we didn't have the same dreams. Now, they say you get married for the wrong reasons, right? Or you don't get married for the wrong reasons or whatever. We really weren't good together. You know what I'm saying? And my dreams were shattered. My dreams were killed of being an entertainer. And even when I was singing at church, there was this, how do I say this? There was this, it wasn't very encouraging. Let's put it that way. Not from the church, not from the other members of the church, not from the members of the choir, not from anybody else, but the one person who I needed the most in my life to support me in my dreams, not just my dreams, but be the ability to share my skill and talent as a vocalist, not as an Elvis, but as a vocalist, even in church. And so it kind of killed that. So I stopped singing. I stopped singing altogether. and stopped doing the Elvis, and I gave all that up. And so for several years, it was gone. Then one day, as I was involved in a big networking organization, business networking, I was the, if you will, president of my chapter, if you want to say that. It wasn't the BNI; it was called the Masterminds of Business, and I was the leader, or what we would call the mob boss, because it was kind of themed on the mob, because Masterminds of Business, MOB. Um, but we had a big Christmas extravaganza every year, and we were one of the biggest fundraisers for Toys for Tots every year. Toys for Tots every year, and so we held at this big event center, and we there was a skit, and they wanted to do a little skit, entertaining. And so one of my dear friends suggested, "Hey, Jay Goff does Elvis." Nobody else knew I did Elvis. They most of everybody had no idea that once upon a time Elvis was my guy, and I would do perform as Elvis. And so the leader of the organization had me come in and do an actual audition, and she was blown away, and she said, "Oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes." Now, it was kind of a funny little thing, and I won't go into great detail into the skit, but it was essentially, it was like, uh, toy dolls coming to life. So I was an Elvis doll, if you can imagine, standing on stage in a box in a very Elvis-y pose in a gold jacket. I hadn't done Elvis forever, so I got a cheap wig, a cheap gold jacket, standing there, and I came out and I sang Blue Christmas. Never thought I was lip syncing to an actual track. So they were pretty blown away afterwards to find out, no, that's Jay Goff. And but getting back on stage and having that opportunity, and my wife being so ecstatic about it, my wife now, Katrina, being so ecstatic and supportive, it reignited that flame that had once died. And so I started getting back into it. Then we started investing. We was like, okay, well, let's get a great costume, not get somebody make it from their living room floor, okay? Okay, which is what I had years earlier. And let's get a great costume. Found out, wow, these costumes are not cheap. Whew. And folks, let me tell you, they ain't cheap, but boy, they are so worth it. I mean, as soon as you just touch them, you can feel the incredible quality in each and every single one of these jumpsuits and the capes and the belts, the artwork that goes into, and all this is done by hand. All this is done by hand, and by B&K Enterprises, and they have been doing it for decades. But that's a story for another time. Maybe I'll get them on here sometime. That'd be fantastic. Have a conversation with them. But because I had somebody believe in me, I had to borrow somebody else's belief. The dream never truly did die. It was reignited. It was just recessed in the back of my mind. But because I had somebody believe in me and pursue and encourage me to pursue that dream, I got back into it. Next thing you know, I'm getting gigs. I'm getting gig requests. I had to turn down thousands of dollars in gigs last year because, well, my current adventure, I call it that, did not afford the opportunity to do that, and for all of them. But I built up my name, built up my reputation, and my audiences, and now I get to go on one of the biggest stages, the Legends in Concert stage in Branson, Missouri, and compete this weekend. But I'm going there to win it. But if I don't win, it's the experience. It's the people I get to meet and connect with. It's the shows. It's the audience who come there. They come there intentionally because they are Elvis fans. Some of them come because they are big fans of some of the tribute artists that are Elvis fans as well. But but embrace your dream. What is your dream? Like I said earlier on, I'm 60 years old, and I'm going to have to cut this pretty soon. But I'm 60 years old, and I'm still living to my dream. I'm one of the oldest ETAs there are out there, right? And competing against these very young guys who still got the flexibility and in their body to move the way Elvis did in the younger days, which is why I do the 70s Elvis, because Elvis didn't move as much in the 70s. Okay. Won't see me drop down to the floor and pop back up again. Okay. If I drop down to the floor, you'll hear a pop, but it probably won't be popping up in case something popped out. But it requires a lot of work to pursue a dream. What is your dream? What's your goal? So pursuing personal fulfillment. Pursuing a dream brings a sense of purpose and personal fulfillment. Age, education, or experience should not hinder our ability to follow our passions. It's never too late or too early to chase our dreams and find joy in what we do. Folks, I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to pick this back up on the next episode. And I think it's something worth venturing into. Now, I went into a very long personal perspective and story on this, but I want you to think about your dream. This is your call to action. Think about the dream that you possess. If you can do it, if you could do anything in the world that you wanted to do and you've put it off, I want you to revisit that. I want you to take some time, meditate, spend some time in that, just kind of soaking in that dream. And how does it make you feel? How does the dream make you feel? If it gives you some fulfillment in the feeling of it and some excitement, I want you to start considering pursuing that. I don't care what you're doing right now. I don't care what chains may have you bound right now. We're going to break those chains and we're going to pursue those dreams. And we're not going to allow society to dictate what we do with our dreams, our abilities, our skills, talents that we can pursue that we have put off. I mean, Harlan Sanders, Colonel Sanders, gosh, he was old. He was old when he finally came up with the whole KFC. He was in his, I believe he's in the 80s. No, I take that back. He was 62. Wow, 62. He looks so much older than that. I'm getting close to 62. Maybe if I grew this out, I'd be white. I don't know, or like Colonel Sanders. But he's 62. One of the best chicken out there. I like Popeye's chicken too. But KFC, finally pursued a dream. So what is your dream? One more time in the comments. Catherine, you love Star Wars. Yeah, me too. And anything has to do with space movies, you should see Spaceballs. Spaceballs. It's an old one, but look it up. John Candy, and I forget who else, but it's a funny movie. Okay. So thank you very much for being with me today. And we are going to, let me get that off there. We are going to, there we go. There's my contact information on the bottom. Remember, go to YouTube and like the page. Just look up J Talk Morning Show on YouTube. Like the page, subscribe to the page, and share it, and leave comments on the videos too. You can definitely do that. And let me know what you think about the page as well. I create everything. I'm a master creator in my own mind, but I do all the creation of these things. So anyway, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for being with me today. And I look forward to us getting back together again in a few days or in a couple of days. Wish me luck. Pray for me. Pray for a great event. Win or lose, it's going to be a fantastic experience. And I'm excited about the experience as well as the opportunities that could potentially arise from this. So pursue your dreams, my friend. Don't let anybody stop you. All right, my friends, God bless you. And I will see you the next time right here on the J Talk Morning Show. Remember, get up, get out, and get at it, because the world needs what you have. Bye-bye.